This morning I saw Ted Cruz on CNBC. I actually saw a picture of him and his voice. And he made the statement that the country is going through some terrible times. He said that we have obviously the corona crisis, so many people dying and getting sick, and then we have an economy that is falling apart, and then we have the human toll of people without jobs, and how terrible this is all coming together, and that these three crises are really turning our country upside down. And I think it's kind of hard sometimes to, when you're in a situation, to have the perspective of what the long-term impact of this situation is going to be. So I got to thinking, what if this had happened in '08, '09, rather than the subprime crisis? What if rather than subprime we had the coronavirus in 2008, 2009? How would the world have been different? Would Amazon, and again, we have to think that in that time, from '08 to 18, the country pumped $10 trillion into the economy, and we know what the results are. If it had been the corona crisis rather than the subprime crisis, would Amazon have grown to the level that it has? Would Apple have grown to the level it has? Would Google? Would these people be working on the projects that they're currently working on? Would we be this close? If the coronavirus had been in '09, would we be this close to 5G? Would 4G have brought us everything that we have available on our phone today? Would this have happened if the corona crisis had happened in '08, '09? I think it would. I think that we'd be exactly where we're at today. It's just that we would have come through this. And technology is continuing to advance, and the conversion of these technologies coming together. And part of that is that if you try to separate them out, yeah, artificial intelligence is one thing, and 3D printing is another thing, and virtual reality and augmented reality is one thing, and cloud computing and quantum computing is another thing. And if you look at them individually, and you throw in coronavirus, and you look at them individually, they aren't that big a thing. But if you put them all together and say they're converging, and then again, this is crazy, and then you throw $10 trillion at it, you are going to have a blow up in development and in change in the world that is going to be far beyond what I've seen in my 75 years of lifetime. I remember getting on an airplane where I had to walk through the tail and climb up, I think it was called a DC-3, and we wondered if it was going to make it. This technology is just so far ahead of what I think we as a civilization understand. I looked at the market today, and I look at my oil company's down, my American Express is down, I look at Disney is down, the hotel company's down, all these companies are down, and then there's another stock market, and that's my Amazon, my Google, my Microsoft, my Apple, my Facebook. They're all up. Why? Because of this convergence of technology. Again, don't look at it as a one-time event or a one element of happening. These things are going to just change your world entirely. And don't get hung up on when is the next dip going to come. Is this going to be a V or is this going to be a W recovery? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And as a video I did just this morning where I paid $2,315 for Amazon stock, it really doesn't matter because that's going to 5,000. It doesn't matter. So if you've got some money, particularly if you're young, if you've got some money that you can put in these 6 stocks, and please read this book, and please go down into the description and read this book. Truly, between these 2 and this one, you can get a college education. You can get a master's degree in investing. But if you won't spend maybe $25 for that one and $25 for that one, $25 for that, that's $75. If you won't spend that money to educate yourself as to what's going to happen in the next 3 to 5 years, then I'm so sorry for you. Go down into the description, click them, buy them, and come to a realization of the opportunity that you have in front of you today. At any price, today, these stocks are a bargain.